Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a heartwarming anime love story, Seasons of Love, that unfolds across the beauty of all 4 seasons. Join Hana and Ryo as they meet once a year, navigating life's challenges and the unspoken bond that grows between them. Will their love stand the test of time? Watch till the end to find out. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more beautiful tales like this. It all started one crisp autumn day. The air was filled with the scent of fallen leaves, and the park was bathed in hues of amber and gold. Hana, a soft-spoken artist, had come to her favorite spot by the lake, sketchbook in hand. As she sat down on the bench, lost in the strokes of her pencil, a shadow fell over her page. "Sorry, am I disturbing you?" a gentle voice asked. She looked up to see a tall young man, his messy black hair tousled by the wind. His name was Ryo, and he had a calm, curious expression, as if the world intrigued him in every moment. It was their first meeting, and yet it felt like they had known each other forever. The two struck up a conversation, sharing stories about their lives, dreams, and everything in between. They spent hours together, as if the day itself had slowed down just for them. By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, they exchanged a promise to meet again next year on the same day, at the same place. No calls, no messages, just pure faith that they'd both return. Snow blanketed the park as Hana hurried to the same bench, her breath visible in the icy air. She wrapped her scarf tighter, wondering if Ryo would show up. Minutes passed, and the cold began to bite at her cheeks. Just as she was about to leave, a warm hand tapped her shoulder. "You didn't think I'd forget, did you?" Ryo smiled, holding 2 cups of hot coffee. This time, they talked about their struggles. Ryo had been working hard, trying to balance school and a job he wasn't passionate about. Hana was struggling with her art, unsure if her work would ever be good enough. Yet, in each other's company, the weight of their problems seemed to melt away like the snow. They laughed, joked, and opened up in ways they hadn't before. The promise remained: next year, same time, same place. Spring arrived with blossoms in the air. Hana and Ryo met again under the cherry trees, their petals fluttering like pink snowflakes. This time, something was different. Something unspoken lingered between them. Their conversations were lighter, their laughter easier, but their glances held a new depth. As the day wore on, they sat in comfortable silence, the breeze carrying with it the fragrance of flowers. Hana's heart raced whenever their hands brushed. But neither of them spoke of what they were feeling. They knew there was more to this than friendship, yet the fear of change kept them silent. Summer's heat greeted them the following year. The park was bustling with life, but Hana and Ryo found their quiet corner by the lake. This time, however, Hana noticed that Ryo was different. Distant. "Ryo, is something wrong?" she asked, her heart heavy with concern. He hesitated, looking out over the water. "I've been offered a job overseas. It's a dream come true, but it means I won't be here next year." Hana's chest tightened, the words hitting her harder than she expected. She realized just how much she had grown to care for him, how much these annual meetings had come to mean. "So this is goodbye," she whispered, fighting back tears. Ryo turned to her, his eyes soft but filled with regret. "I don't want it to be." In that moment, the tension they had been avoiding for years finally surfaced. Without thinking, Hana reached out and took his hand. "Then stay," she said, her voice trembling. "Or let me come with you." The words hung in the air like the final note of a song. Ryo's expression shifted from surprise to something warmer, deeper. "You'd do that?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "For you, yes." The seasons had brought them together, challenged them, and made them grow. Each year, they returned to the same place, only to find that what they truly sought wasn't the park or the bench. It was each other. As autumn rolled around once more, they stood together by the lake, hand in hand, watching the leaves fall. This time, there was no promise for next year. They didn't need one, because now, every season would be theirs to share.